And so he has closed his eyes. This ended up with a complete victory for the villains, if you ask me. Why? Because, well, Shigaraki Tomura stole the quirk erasing and only erased Shisaki's quirk by destroying his hands. The hero's casualties, well, there was one who did die. Hi for those who are watching. The Angry Anime Fan to bring you Boku no Hero Academia Chapter 161. In the aftermath of the battle, we see huge explosions, and apparently they have been heard that, well, the truck was attacked. However, strangely enough, oh wait, did they? Well, no, they haven't really heard much about the damage. Elsewhere on the hospital, it appears that Deku has gone through a complete examination. His arms are still wrong, but nothing else in his body is wrong, revealing that Eri did not rewind the damage until he crippled his arm, meaning that he still is in danger of being crippled. The rest of the team, well, have suffered many things, bruisings, as well as large fissures like wounds on his face and, well, broken bone fractures. But Eraserhead is still up. Even Rocklock is fortunate; it missed his eternal organs. However, Eri, on the other hand, is in a little bit more of a danger. She still hasn't woken up, and her fever won't go down, so they have to quarantine her. Deku is correct when he says, "Is this really something they must do?" Because after all, he feels pity for this girl. However, Eraserhead makes the point that she has a quirk that controls a person's time. Anything that touches that is extremely dangerous, meaning that, and she cannot control that power much. Without Eraserhead's powers, in order to cancel it, it probably wouldn't work. And as he makes a pretty good point, which is also pretty sad too, a quirk that that can have the potential to erase anything from existence, and she cannot control it very much. Just how do you control something like that? And strangely enough, according to Eraserhead, it only works on organic beings, meaning that she cannot rewind buildings or anything. She can only rewind people. So he says they cannot rely on her quirk. As amazing and potential of life-saving as Eri's quirk can be, it is still not exactly a power that can easily be trained. So even if they accept it. Elsewhere, All Might has arrived in their hospital together with Recover Girl, because they have heard the news that yes, Sir Nigheye has mortally wounds. Despite surgery and despite many things more, he cannot be saved. All Might finally goes to him on his deathbed, which he actually lampshades. "You only visit me now on my deathbed." And All Might says that he is sorry for all the things he said to him. However, Nigheye says that "I don't blame you or anything." As we all know, he has always been an All Might fan, even when they had a falling out. So he only wished for All Might to be happy. So, and he wanted to fight against fate, but the more he tried to do it, the more he couldn't really find it, and therefore he fell in despair. However, Deku were the one who showed him the light. Although this is not exactly very much explained, I do agree that you don't have to explain defying destiny, because just like the power of friendship, and this is not mocking it by the way, it's a difficult power to understand. But according to Nigheye, it may very well be that the one who truly wish to change their future strongly can become an energy from wishing. And given to the fact that everyone wanted to change their destiny in the moment a battle against Shisaki's forces, all of that energy was perhaps focused into Deku, meaning he defied his fate through that. He changed his destiny through his own hands through the combination of others. After all, Deku is a hero that inspires others. I think that's just how it is. So with that, he is satisfied, but he does mention he has one regret. And so Mirio appears. Although wounded, he must see his mentor, as he begs his mentor to not die and make him a stronger hero. All that, but Sir Nigheye in his mind thinks that at first he only took in Mirio because he thought he was a suitable vessel. But the fact that Mirio, you know, always admired Sir and gave him many positive, made him become a very wonderful student. So one final time he looks into the future of Mirio's eyes, and despite having lost his quirk, he says, "You are becoming an outstanding hero." Don't know if he's actually lying there, because again, Mirio lost his quirk, although he still has said that I'm still Mirio even if I've lost my quirk. So with one final smile on his lips, uh, Sir Nigheye says, "So please keep smiling." And with that, Sir Nightheye's heartbeat stops. With a peaceful smile on his face, Sir Nightheye passes away. And yes, I took off my glasses because, well, it's a big moment, so to speak. One of the first deaths in the Boku no Hero Academia. Unless, of course, it's gonna be rewind, although I don't really think it's possible, because his heartbeat just stopped. So with that, well, Sir, the heroes Mirio, All Might, and Deku can only cry as Sir Nightheye passes away. An emotional chapter. In one essence, you know, Nightheye was at peace because he finally got a moment where destiny was defied. But he also had one regret. Don't exactly know what that regret was. Perhaps it was the regret the fact that he treated Mirio at first as only as a vessel. However, who knows? Still, Sir Nightheye, you were a little bit of a jerk. However, it cannot be blamed, given when after all, I'm a fatalist and a pessimist and a cynic too. So I also know that such things can make you pretty jerkish. But Sir Nightheye's death, that was just emotional, and it was a sad goodbye to him. So I do wonder now what awaits us next. Because I said in the beginning, this was actually a bigger loss for the heroes. They lost a one. The villains didn't lose a single one. And Tomura Shigaraki still has the quirk erasing. The despair has just begun. You give me a false if you have any.